I'm noticing something in myself lately, an old pattern that shows up when I start overfunctioning. On the outside, I look steady and calm. I'm showing up and holding it all together. But inside, my body has been getting tighter and more overwhelmed. And I find myself doubting, overthinking, and second guessing everything. It feels like I'm doing all the right things and nothing is working. And I can feel that urge to hide and pull back, to avoid. Not because I don't care, but because this is something that really matters to me. And I feel like I'm failing. All these old stories keep coming up, that I have to work harder and I have to hustle and sacrifice. These are the limiting beliefs and stories that I have been bumping up against my entire life. And how this shows up for me is in my body. I feel tight and tense and on edge. I feel like I have no space, no rest. This is how overfunctioning starts for me. It starts with tension and me believing that I need to be better, do more, or just keep pushing through. I am an overachiever, a high functioner. I am somebody that people think has it all put together because that's been my survival strategy since childhood. Being calm, being competent, being the strong one that everyone can lean on. And because I'm a therapist and somebody who helps people with emotional dysregulation and healing and crisis intervention, everyone calls me when they need a sounding board. When I am helping others, it's effortless. But when it's me, I feel just as lost as all those people I'm trying to help. My long form videos are barely getting 3 views. And I put hours every week into getting those recorded and uploaded after I edit them. But my whole intention for starting this channel was so that I could have an impact and I could help other women. And then here I am wondering, who is it that I think I can help? Some days I'm barely holding on. Sometimes the numbers get in my head because sometimes it feels like a reflection of the fact that things don't ever seem to work out. I never anticipated this was going to be easy, but I have been showing up and plugging away for over a year, posting videos and being consistent and growing and learning new skills and getting better. And I still feel like I am at ground zero. So when my effort doesn't match the results, it's hard sometimes not to make it mean something about me or my abilities, or maybe that I'm just not relatable. And sometimes I think I should just stop trying. And so today, that is why I'm filming this video. Because after a moment of reflection and a little bit of emotion that came out, I decided, no, I am not going to push harder. I'm not going to be something I'm not, and I'm not going to quit. I help people every single day on the crisis line and in therapy rooms. So I am noticing this pattern and I am naming it and I am putting it out there. But I just wanted to share how it really looks to step outside your comfort zone, to overcome your fear of being seen, a fear of failure, a fear of judgment, and to be able to show up and do it anyway. It's not always pretty, but this is how I grow. And I'm not going to judge myself for feeling how I feel right now. And I think I just had a very overwhelmed moment when I just finally hit a breaking point with my last long form video because I really thought it would help somebody. So in this moment, when everything inside of me wants to abandon myself, to disappear, to hide away, and to stop moving forward, I am doing a pattern interrupt. And I'm just going to be with myself in this moment and allow myself to feel these feelings and to be in this heaviness and not to make it mean something about me. I am high functioning and highly sensitive. And this is what it looks like sometimes when we hold it all together, we push through, we perform calm, and we miss the signals in the body. My body is no longer whispering. It is now at a full throttle scream. I hear you. I hear you. So I'm going to take care of myself, come back into my own energy, and allow myself to return to the version of myself that knows her worth, knows her value, and know that no matter what the outcome of this channel, I am a different person now. I have evolved into a version of myself I never could have anticipated a year ago. And that's worth so much more than any metrics that can be measured on YouTube. I'm going to enjoy this holiday season with my family and with my kids. And I am going to build this community. And I think that's why right now I am feeling so alone. I don't have a community around myself in this YouTube creator space. So anytime I want to talk to anybody about it, it's kind of a blank stare. And I'm going to go find myself a community because I need to be around other people who get it and who've been there and who can help me to understand that this is just a phase of the journey where most people quit right before the breakthrough. Because right now, it might look like a breakdown, but in the long run, it could be my biggest breakthrough. I don't need any proof before continuing. I just need to recenter and realign myself, because every time I try and follow my own heart, I feel like my ego creeps in and tells me that I need to be doing something different, because this is something I've never done. I don't know how to be a successful creator. I don't know how to share good content with other people. I feel like I really get in my own head. And rest is such an important part of any journey. And rest is something that I struggle with. I have that restlessness and urgency in my body when I try and slow down, and there's this internal alarm that goes off, and then it's not okay for me to just be in my own energy and not to be doing anything. Because when I'm not working or with my kids or my family, I feel like I need to be working on this channel. And that's what's gotten me to this moment right here. And so I'm just gonna take a step back and prioritize rest. I don't have to do more. I am doing enough. So all this to say, healing is not linear. I have healed my own trauma, and it definitely was not linear. And building and growing a YouTube channel is not linear. So I just have to be present through the process. And leadership doesn't always mean having it all together. A part of what I think makes people most relatable is when they're vulnerable about their struggles and they open up about the things that are going on. But everything is not always black and white. We're very multidimensional beings. And this is just one area that I am having to grow into. When I started, I had to start from the ground up and build. And when I go back and watch my early videos, I laugh. I didn't even know where to look on the phone when I was speaking. And so some of my videos, I am like literally looking off into the distance. I'm gonna validate that for myself. I have come so far and I have remained consistent. And I think that's worth a lot. So if you're somebody who's doing the work and the results are very quiet and you're feeling in that moment of complete overwhelm and wanting to hide and disconnect from all of it, I see you. I am you. This is real. This is who I am. This is how I solidify my identity as Whole Heart Wiley, because my intention is to show up with my whole heart, to be present with myself, and to meet myself with kindness, compassion, and love. Things that I needed in childhood and never got. All right, everybody, take good care. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.